Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. We seem to have a slight technical issue. Are we live? Are we going live right now? Seems to be a little bit strange. Are we live yet? Live in 2 hours. That's what it says. That's a bit strange. I'm not sure what's going on here. Are we live? We're live, aren't we? We're live and I'm talking to myself. There we go. Never mind. And now all the lights have gone weird. Let's change that to there. Back down to there. That's a bit better. And press this button over here. Well, that was the best start I've ever had. We've had better starts, put it that way. All right. Wondering what was going on then for a moment. But anyway, we're all good. Studio's going to be weird. Okay. Let's bring all the tickers in. Everyone's panicking today. Going that the Santa rally never delivered in the end. It's all over. What's going on? It's just another reset today. Not an issue at all, so don't worry about it. This is perfectly normal after a big rally yesterday. People taking profits, moving into Coca-Cola, moving into defensive stocks. I'm not worried whatsoever. It's not really a lot to say, to be honest with you. We can always try to come up with all kinds of reasons, but in fact today is a non-event really. It's people taking profits early in the new year, a bit of a correction, but mainly, if we're totally honest, it's all to do with the earnings season, which is about to begin. So people are getting ready for the earnings season. Don't want to be tied up in a stock. You want to know what's going on. Like we've always said, you want to know what you're really investing in. So people are taking profits now, looking forward to next week. I see someone in the chat just said Tilray earnings. No, Tilray earnings is not today. It's not even tomorrow. You're wrong again. Tilray earnings is actually on January the 10th. We are covering it live, so don't worry about that. We will be covering that. But yeah, one hell of a day, really. Everything just selling down now. Not concerned. Let's go through some comments. I did just put out some stuff for you. I have to tell you the truth, right? I'm also extremely tired. I was just watching a great interview with Christopher Walken, and an actor I really enjoy. Such a real guy, and I got the bloody blowers outside today again. Bloody blowers. If I was the president of the United States, I would make it illegal to pay people to come around your house and blow the bloody leaves onto the neighbour's garden, and then they employ someone to blow them back to you. I'm sick of it. I wish people would pick up their own bloody leaves and put them in bags rather than blowing them on each other's gardens. It's a joke round here. Everyone's got too much money where I live, always paying people to blow leaves onto the neighbour's garden rather than picking them up. Drives me up the bloody wall. Anyway, I was watching Christopher Walken, and I kid you not, it was 5 minutes to 2, which is like 13 minutes ago from now. Okay, I fell asleep. I literally fell asleep, and then, oh my God, I'm on in 5 minutes. So I ran into the studio, cranked everything up. That's probably why things didn't work right when I went live. That's probably what it was. I was half asleep. Probably still am, if I'm honest. Anyway, 15-hour show yesterday has wiped me out. Anyway, let's see who's here. So Tilray earnings. No. It's on the 10th. So nothing to do with that yet. And, of course, we're here tomorrow, but no Thursday. That's another thing. I tell you what, I'd like to get your thoughts on this. I'll do a poll here. Start a poll. Do you agree? Do you agree with the markets being closed for Carter? A lot of people are very upset about this. So here you go. Do you agree with the markets being closed for Carter? Yes or no? All right. No one decided. You either like it or you don't. Do you agree with the markets being closed for Carter? President Carter. President Carter died. It was over 100, and a lot of people are like, why are we closing the stock market? Because President Carter died. He was over 100 years old. It's always a sad occasion, but why are we closing the markets? Billions of dollars gets lost from the American economy by not being able to trade, and I've never understood it. But anyway, I think the market should always be open 5 days a week, regardless. But what do you think? Do you agree with the markets being closed for President Carter? There you go. Just like to know what you think. Okay, Joseph just became a member. No, Joseph earlier. Is Joseph in the chat right now? Is Joseph here? Because Joseph is a very, very special guest. Can you see we got a new member in the chat? Anyone want to guess who that is? I'll give you a clue. If Stephen Lewandowski's in, he'll be excited. What's he called? I found out his real name today. It wasn't actually what you think it is. Where is he? Classic Carnut. That's it. It's Classic Carnut in the show, because that's not his real name. Now I know what his real name is. It's got something to do with Joseph. Any ideas? Okay. Hi, Ernestus. Good afternoon. Stephen Lewandowski. There he is live. Yes, we're live. Stephen, are you still here? You'll like this one. Hello, all. Hi, everyone. Living live. Living life. Living live. We're all red. Everyone's red. No one's up to date. Hi, Stephen. It's impossible to be up to date unless you're short in the market. It was because the jobs report, Martin. Well, partly. But the jobs report wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. No one really cared about it. It was just an opportunity for the market to sell down and buy it back. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I'm just going to tell you how it is, right? It's probably because I just woke up from sleep, so I just don't care. I'll tell you how it is. Sometimes I get a little bit sick and tired of the market playing silly buggers. They're not investors. They haven't got America's interest at heart. They haven't got your interest at heart. The stock market essentially is greedy, selfish people taking care of themselves. And basically it's being sold off today just to buy it back. Jobs report wasn't that bad, wasn't that good. It's not, it doesn't, the reason why the market's been, so I'm an investor. I like to buy and own businesses. That's it. That's it. Provide a future for myself and my family, me and Leah in the future. I'm not a trader. I like to invest. And the stock market doesn't care about the American economy. It doesn't care about you. Doesn't care about anybody, really. Just how much money can we make from each other on a day-to-day basis rather than investing. But, of course, if the market didn't do that, and if it was just buy and hold, it wouldn't work. Because if you don't sell, the price would just keep going up and the whole thing would just spiral and spiral and spiral, and which is what it does long term anyway. So you get what you want just by waiting. But the little games in between, insignificant, inconsequential. It's a completely pointless thing. But there you go. It's just silly watching everyone play all these games, really. But anyway, there it is. That's the truth. There you go. Live show, live truth. It was because of the jobs report. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. Hi there, Mike. I see you. Hi. Hello. Thank God I hedge my positions. Why? Why do you need to hedge your positions? You see, I mean, I've got Coca-Cola, but it doesn't help my brokerage stay up, does it? It's in my Roth IRA. My hedge is me. I don't own stocks to hedge the market. I know what I own. I focus on, like yesterday, I went live 15 hours so I could earn more money to pay down my margin. That's it. That's it, really. Yeah. It reminds me of the honesty from Christopher Walken a minute ago, who was interviewed. And he went, what do actors sit around and talk about? And he said to the interviewer, you probably expect me to say something. You probably expect me to say something about, acting skills, or where did you train, or he says, no. Famous actors, they just sit around and talk about girls. I thought that's brilliant. That's absolutely, to tell the truth, isn't it? If you're a Hollywood film star and you've got all these beautiful actresses, that's probably all you're talking about. Yeah, there was no secret. He just said girls. That's what most people, he said, sit around and talk about. Anyway, nothing wrong with a power nap. I don't know. Makes you feel worse, doesn't it? This is all a dream, Martin. Yeah, I'm not really here, am I? Yeah. I know it's not a dream because there wouldn't be leaf blowers in my dream. And there are bloody... What we've got today, can you hear it? Today is the worst of it, because today we've got this bloke, is my neighbour, across the other side of the road. And what he does it himself. He doesn't just have blower crew. He has them, and then he does it himself as well. He'll go out in the evening after the leaf blowers have been here, and he'll go outside and he'll blow all the leaves off his garden onto my garden. And I'd stand outside the window and look at him. He can see me looking at him. And I go, you ignorant sod. Do you know how rude that is? And once I stopped him and I said, would you like me to empty my dustbin onto your garden? He said, what do you mean? He thought I was joking. I said, would you like me to empty my rubbish bin onto your garden? He said, well, no, I wouldn't. So I said, well, why do you blow your leaves off your garden, because you don't want them, onto my garden? You're obviously saying they're rubbish to you. You don't like them. So why are you blowing them on my garden? Do you know how rude that is? That's like me emptying my bin onto your garden, isn't it? You didn't like that. He's a bloody idiot. Anyway, Soundhound. What's happening with Soundhound? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Soundhound went down big today. But there's no surprise. Remember, it doesn't make any money. Remember, it doesn't make any money. It's all speculation right now. It's a trading stock. It trades on momentum, trades on sentiment. It's a great product, but it's no more than a product. It's not a business yet. It's speculative. Are you surprised? Nvidia makes money. It's a great business. Whoa, look at Nvidia as well. Look at that down today. I didn't even notice this. I've been asleep watching Christopher Walken, which I didn't do in my sleep. I had to wake up for that. But anyway, look at that. Nvidia, that's sold down. Was it any surprise, really? Got to 150, that was our target. And then it sold off, and here we are. People taking profits. That's all this is. And I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing, look at this. See how Coca-Cola, look? Coca-Cola has hardly moved. It popped up this morning. People took some profit. And what did I say? I said, don't expect it to keep going up yet. It's too early. Not until the earnings call. Oh, my God. Can you hear it? If I'm president of the United States, that's illegal. Right. So Nvidia popped up, took profit, and now it's gone down. And now we've got Coca-Cola popped up, took profit. I don't see the point of it. Is anyone really making any money today? In fact, I'm going to ask you this, and be really honest, right? Let's end this poll. Do you agree with the markets being closed for President Carter? No, 62% of you. I thought so. Majority of people are going, why are you who agreed this? I bet it's one of his mates. Anyway, he must be watching the show. Who's watching the show? Christopher Walken? Probably. So what was I going to... Oh, yeah. I'm going to ask a poll now. Have you actually, how do I spell that? Actually made any money today? Right, there you go. And I mean really made money today. Have you actually made any money today? Yeah. You know all this nonsense, buying and then selling, backwards and forwards, up and down, right? Have you actually made real money today? Any real money today? Now, before you say, yeah, I have, I'm brilliant, I'm amazing, I always make money. Before you say, yes, I have, I want you to also bear that in mind, that you've bought something, you made a profit on it, right? And then you bought something back and you've made profit on it after tax, the whole thing, real money. Not, I bought something up and now I'm chasing it down and now I've lost money on the way down. I'm on about you've gained both ways, right? So you sold at the top, you bought at the bottom, which also compensates and for the tax you're going to pay, right? Anyone can sell when they're right, but then you sell and then you buy back for something that you really want to own, which is less, and it's so much less, it offsets the tax you just paid from the profit, right? So if you really made any money, because most people don't really make any money with days like this, they just up and down and back where we started from. It's just a wasted day. All right. Have you actually made any real money today? Yes, no. I want to see if anybody's actually really made any money today with all this bloody nonsense. Martyn, investor Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul and Mary singing group has passed away at 86. Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul and Mary singing. That name rings a bell. Thank you, Mike. Send me a link on Discord. I can only imagine how tired you must be. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised it's not been declared a national holiday on Thursday. I'm surprised it's not been declared a national holiday on Thursday. What do you mean, a national holiday? What, you'd want this every single year? Do you think we should have every single year, remembering when President Carter died? This seems a bit silly, really. I think you need to focus on living, not. I don't really get it. I don't really get it. I'm surprised. I'm bloody glad it's not. Once is enough, right? I mean, it's. Do you know what? Do you know it costs billions of dollars for the U.S. economy to be shut on Thursday? Billions. It's probably costing more money than President Carter earned America on Thursday by shutting America. I don't think it makes any sense, but that's just me. I mean, what do I know? I'm not in charge, am I? Whoa, we're selling off now. Hello, everyone. Oil man. Yes, the oil man. Correct. Oil man. Stephen, I can now tell you, we have on Monday, especially for you, is Classic Carnut in the house. Classic Carnut was the one behind this. He's not here. I don't think he is. I'm going to bring you another world exclusive. I know, it just get out. You just can't believe how good it is, can you? Classic Carnut's not here. So on Monday, the 10th of January, I'm going to bring you a special world exclusive members only interview with an expert in the oil field. He's a member of our channel. He has a big connection and interest in oil, and he's going to be my star guest. Oh, here he is. I'm here. Classic Carnut. Now, I told Joseph the Classic Carnut, and he went, "Who's that?" I went, "The guy who contacted you." He said, "Oh, Eric." I said, "I don't know him as Eric. I know him as the Classic Carnut." He went, "Oh, no, Eric. Yeah, Eric, yeah." So we had a great conversation, and he's a member of the channel. If you scroll to the top, you can see our latest member, Joseph Shasta. And there you go. He's coming on the show on Monday talking about oil and commodities, a great connection. And if it goes well, which it will, because we had a great conversation, he could be a regular contributor like Sensei and Vaz will soon be. So there you go. It's going to be really great. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think it's going to bring a lot of valuable content to the show, and a really good man to have in the field of oil, commodities, a great connection, very educated. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. So there you go. That's coming up. Now then, has the S&P gone low enough for me to buy more? Because this is just a bit stupid today. There's no reason for all of this nonsense. I'm going to have a look. Let me have a look at the S&P. How low is it going now? So we're down on the day. No, we're not. No, we're not. I was looking at it. Getting close again. But no, we're not. Not really. No, this isn't anything to even concern about. It's a ripple on the pond again. No, not going shopping yet. Just let people play silly buggers. There you go. Look at the poll. Look at the poll. Have you actually made any real money today? No. So why is everyone selling then? There you go. Why is anyone selling if no one's actually made any money? What is the sense of all of this? There's nothing. It's just Wall Street. And honestly, I know it provides me with a job, but sometimes I get really sick of the stock market because I like building things. I am, at the end of the day, an entertainer, a magician, and I want to engage with people, make people happy, entertain, make money, and all the rest of it. And all the silliness, all the silliness is just a waste of my time. Anyway, Mark, your friend, Joby is up to date. Nice. The job report reaffirmed less rate cuts. Not for me, it didn't. What have I been saying forever? How many times have I had to say this? 2 rate cuts, maybe a third, but 2. The market had priced it. See, what happened was the market priced in 4 or 5 rate cuts this year. Then they all went, oh, I'm not going to get it now. Remember that? That was in December, and the market sold off. Then they thought, oh, no, maybe it's not as bad as we thought. Remember, the market always oversells, always overbuys, always exaggerates up. It's like little children. So easy to make money. That's why I keep saying it's so easy, because these silly people that work at Wall Street are just greedy. And they're not investors. They don't care about the economy. They don't care about America. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. It's just horrible. Really, really horrible. And then they try to buy everything up again, to push it up again, so we'd all buy into it. Retail investors did. People follow it up again. Remember I said don't buy? I put a video out, do not buy. Do you remember? A couple of days ago on the channel. Look, here it is. I said do not buy this. Where was it? There it is. I said do not buy. Do not buy. There it was. Do not buy. Remember I said that? I said buy Coca-Cola. Then the Vegas sign fell over, went all grey. Look, that was a bit artistic creation. Anyway, I tried to put subliminal messages in my thumbnails. I don't know if anyone notices them. Anyway, but do not buy. Said it now. Las Vegas always wins. There it is. There's the video. Here we are again. And now they didn't get what they wanted, so now we sell the market again. Now, if it just the only winner in this is me, because I don't sell. I just keep buying. So all I'll be doing now is waiting for it to go a bit lower. It's not low enough yet, but when it does, if it does, I'll just buy some more. And off we go again. It's the same old game over and over again. So anyway, confirmed less rate cuts. There's not going to be less rate cuts. There's going to be 2. I'm telling you that now. You can record me saying it, and you can play it back in a year and go, yep, 2. Said it last year. Would get less rate cuts, rates up for longer. And that's a good thing. People are really bad. They're trying to paint this as a bad picture. It's not a bad picture. It's not a bad picture at all. We want steady growth. We want steady decline of rates. Otherwise, what happens? We get a Paul Volcker. Up 1 minute, down the next minute. We don't want that. Jerome Powell's doing a good job, as long as Donald Trump doesn't try to overturn it all. We've done all right. Interest rates are coming down. Inflation's coming down. Businesses are strong. They're performing. But yet the market doesn't know what it's doing, because the market is led by traders. That's it. It's really easy. What did you think of Sofi? Sofi is a great product, but the CEO is an idiot. The CEO makes up stories to promote his stock. We've caught him out on it, doing it on the earnings calls, so I don't like it. I think I have more than you in Coke with my purchase today. It makes sense. So, Paul, yeah, you're damn right it makes sense. 134. I've got 134 there. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I've got $34,000 all in Coke on my Roth IRA. Yeah, it's stupidly cheap now. $60 for Coca-Cola. Do the maths. Work that out. I'll show you now the number on this. I was only going to come live for 5 minutes this afternoon. I was going to go, I'm not doing any more. I'm tired. Anyway, look at this. Look at the forward PE for Coca-Cola. Any idea what the forward PE for Coca-Cola is? Seen this? This is how ridiculous. A top quality business, 21 times earnings. The S&P is 30. 21 times earnings. Coca-Cola. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. With a yield of 3.19%. No short interest. Look, 0.81. You cannot drive this down. And yet people are taking profit and sitting on the sidelines. And all that's going to happen is, all of a sudden, as I said before, and I'll say it again, all of a sudden you're going to wake up. It happened this morning. It happened this morning. Do you see this? This is not a normal move for Coca-Cola. It went up like, what, nearly 2%. In fact, it was that was a 2% swing. That doesn't happen on Coca-Cola. All that happened is those that can move the market in Wall Street, they bought it, pumped it, dumped it. That's it. Easy money if you've got the money to move it. Easy money if you can't move the market like that, which you can't. And what a safe bet that was. If I'm a trillionaire, I'm Wall Street, buy Coca-Cola, have it go up 2%, have it go up, and then just take profit. It's going to go straight back down again. I can do it again. I can do it over and over again until you can't. In other words, when people stop selling. When they stop selling and they want to take it further, off it goes. So all of a sudden it's going to break out and you're going to go, oh my God, Coca-Cola's gone up 20%. The next 4 years will make us rich forever, Martyn. We know too much. We know too much. I'm loving Coca-Cola and more. At this price, yeah. Good evening all. Hold. Yellow. I'm not sure what yellow means. But anyway, it's a happy colour. Good evening, Crag. Martyn's ready to fight. Martyn's ready to fight. Wacko Troll. Neighbour edition. Bloody get sick of it. Rest in peace, Carter. But that's why we have President's Day on February the 17th. Yeah, exactly. We don't need extra days off. It's unnecessary. All this nonsense. We need to focus. Life should be about going forward. Be reflective, be respectful, be humble, care about things. But we're working, we're building things. We're not, let's stop the world. Why? President Carter died. Well, yeah, he's 100. Yeah, well, we're stopping the country. We're going to lose billions of dollars. I don't get it. I wouldn't do it if I was a president. I would say, no, this is not happening. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Yes. He must be watching the show. I refined my house and I refinanced my house. Tell me that's not true. I'm down $1,800. Your neighbor. Good evening. Oh, you're what? My neighbor's watching. Yeah. And if you're bloody watching, mate, bloody turn your bloody blower off. I'm bloody sick of you. Can we talk about what happened to NVIDIA today? Can we talk about what happened to NVIDIA? Well, what do you want to know? We've got to focus on the members, I'm afraid. God sent pro. But anyway, get a team of leaf blowers to blow it back at the same time. That's what we should do. Have a bloody blower war. I'm bloody sick of it. It's stupid though. Come on, people. You humans. You're supposed to have some intelligence. I mean, this is why aliens don't invade. They look at people and go, "There's no point going down there. Why do I want to invade planet Earth? They're absolute idiots. There's nothing down there worth doing. Idiots, stupid people. They've been fighting each other for millions of years. We're always having wars, right? Stupid. Not very intelligent, really. Anyway." Hey MSK, I agree that the market to be closed on Thursday. It's called paying respect to a former president. Well, hang on a minute, Fight, right? How many presidents have died over the years? Quite a lot. We don't have days for everybody. I actually asked Leah, because she's American, and I said, have we ever had a president before who's had a day off like this? She couldn't recall one. I'm sure there's probably been one, but the point is, if we make national holidays for every president that dies, we're not going to be at work after a while. We're going to be days off all the time. We're never going to be at work. I mean, I'm just going to put it to you like this, and Fight, if you want to call in, I'd like your opinion on this. Fight. In fact, yes, fight. I'm going to ask you to call in. Call in, because there's a military man, a man who's in the services, the American services. I'm going to ask you a direct question. So if you can call in, that'd be great. Call in. A fight, a crag, finance coach. All my neighbours use leaf blowers. I use a rake. Namisha, power to Namisha. Namisha doesn't want leaves on her garden, so she picks them up with a rake and puts them in a bag. Here's fight. Here he is. Here he is. Here we go. This will be good. This will be good. Fight. How are you, mate?
You knew I was going to call in before you told me to call in.
I love it. Now, you've served in the military, right? Just give everybody colour. Yeah, right. Okay. So to you, the country, the flag is very, very important, right? Obviously.
Yes.
Right. Right with you. My brother served in the military. I trained with the army. I love my king, love the country. I'm with you with respect and all this. But one thing I've never understood since I've been in America, so we're going to talk about it now. It always seems an excuse for another event, another day, another day off. Now, what I mean by that is in England, if we have the Union flag, it's not called the Union Jack. That's called the Union Jack when it flies at sea because of the Royal Navy. Goes back to the Empire, but since then it's called the Union flag. Very often confused with the Union Jack. The Union flag flies above the Royal House, Buckingham Palace. That's the palace for the king right now, and it's always full mast. Okay, the only time it's half mast is a sign of respect if something of huge status occurs. Princess Diana died, half mast. The Queen died, half mast. There are very, very rare occasions it's half mast because it's the ultimate level of respect, right? When you lower the flag of the country, it symbolizes some really big thing. Don't do it every day, up and down the yo-yo. Anyway, I came to America, and we're in Texas, so I can only talk for Texas. It may be different everywhere else. But in Texas, 7 times out of 10, when I go outside, we're at a half mast again. Always a half mast, 7 times out of 10. If I drop in 7 days, whatever, out of 10. If I go out, the United States flag on a flagpole somewhere will be half mast. And I go, why are we at half mast today? And someone, I don't know, somebody will, because normally because it's like a big thing, the king's died. It's a big thing. People often don't know. Something's happened. Yeah, I think that happened yesterday. And it's like, no one knows. It seems to me America does it a lot, at least in Texas. We use the opportunity for something to lower the flag or have a holiday. I don't know why. I don't know what the point is. Respect is important, right? And I totally get it. I totally respect the president died. Absolutely right? But, people die all the time, and I'm not diluting it at all, but important people die all the time, and people not known die all the time. But when we close the stock market, billions of dollars is lost in trading. It's a huge thing. It's not just a little thing like shutting the ice cream shop and not selling ice cream today. It's the stock market. The whole world trades on the New York stock market. The whole world uses it to basis their economies on. It's a big deal. It's the number one economy in the world, and everyone's watching what's going on. And just to shut it down because a president's died, I just think it's a bit of an overreaction. You can still have a state funeral, do all of that, but why? I mean, to put in context, the banks aren't closed. The banks, people are working at the banks. They've not shut the banks. It's not a complete shutdown. Not the whole country. They've just shut the stock market down. So why, and why are we always taking the flag up and down? Surely it should only go down for the most of dramatic situations.
Technically, the flag is supposed to only be flown at half-mast when the president passed away for 30 days only, then goes back up. That's the only time it should go down by constitutional.
Is that right? The only time the flag of the United States should go down is the president dies, and for how long? 30 days?
30 days, yes.
So there should be no other reason the flag goes down?
Nope.
Well, that's interesting, because it's always going up and down.
Well, Texas got their own thing, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. You know, and it's just, I don't know who sits around and decides this. I mean, who decides this? I mean, last week we had a tragic situation in New Orleans. We don't lower the flag for that because we had disasters all the time, terrible things that happen. If we were doing that, it would just stay down. It would be at half mast all the time. There'd be no half mast. That would be the new full mast, right? There'd be no point. But yeah, I've asked people in the street. I've been out and about. I've gone up to the UPS. I've gone to Starbucks. I've knocked into the bank, and people go, I don't know why it's down today. Shouldn't we know why it's down? It's down so much, no one knows what's going on. So somebody sat there somewhere. I wonder who it is who decides this, who said it's going to be a national holiday on Friday, but not for everyone, because my wife's still working. She works. She's not off. The banks are open, but the stock market's closed. Weird,
well, that was by President Biden. When he passed away, he declared 30 days, flag be flown at half mast, and I think a couple days later, then they announced when the state funeral was, that when they told that when the stock market will be closed on that. Now, this is the first state funeral we had for a president since Bush, I think. Yeah, first Bush passed away.
So yeah, so was Bush the last president to die?
Yes.
Yes. And we had a state funeral for him. Did we have the stock market closed for him? I don't suppose you know, really. Don't know.
Can't remember offhand on that one.
Yeah. It's interesting. But I wonder who decides it. I wonder how it's decided. But I don't know. It just seems we're getting too many holidays now.
Whoever runs the stock market probably decide on it.
Do you think it's just connections? It's not what you know, it's who you know. If you happen to be friendly with the right person, I cared about him, I liked him, so I'm the man with my finger on the button. I can decide. It just seems we seem to be adding more and more holidays recently over recent years.
Actually, this ain't a holiday. Just a state funeral for a former president passed away. That's all.
I get that. I get that. Having a state funeral or having any mark of respect should always exist. What I'm saying is about closing the stock market. It's the financial hub of the world. The rest of the world probably not bothered.
Well, why don't we trade 24/7 now? We should be doing that too, you know.
I think we should, quite frankly.
I mean, crypto could do it. We got the technology. I mean, it's not. Okay, you close Friday night at 8 o'clock.
I think
open back up at 8 o'clock Sunday night. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you doing? Letting the computer rest? I doubt what it is. They're letting the computer rest.
They want to reboot. They want to reboot the router. No, but it's true. It's absolutely true. And as we learned about a year ago, do you remember when Jefferson Boots called in the gold mine guy, and he was at the New York Stock Exchange, and he said, "There's hardly anybody on the floor. It's not like it used to be back in the 80s. So it's not like thousands of people are screaming and shouting on the day that we're having a state funeral. There's a handful of people monitoring a few computers. The people that are trading aren't even there. They're not even in the country. They're just on computers. You know, algorithms are doing all the trading. That's why today's been dumping the way it is. Systems are making the decision. You know, so by shutting the stock market, what actually are you doing? You know, it would have more effect to shut McDonald's. Because if you shut McDonald's, millions of people would go, "Oh, well, I can't have a hamburger today." Whereas this doesn't actually affect anyone on a day-to-day basis, but it affects the economy of America and the world. And I just think it doesn't make any sense. And the only reason why I'm talking about it is because lots of people have mentioned it to me online and said people are frustrated. We just did a poll. What's our poll saying at the moment? The poll says. I'm on a new poll now about making any money. 79% making no money. Now, a minute ago, I did a poll about President Carter, and people didn't agree with it there. A lot of people have contacted me frustrated that the markets are closed, particularly as we've just gone through Christmas. It's open one day, it's closed the next day, open the next day, then now we're closing again. Just can't get into a rhythm. Just want to start the year, get into a rhythm. I don't know. I just think the way the world is now, financially connected, the system should just be allowed to run 24/7. Whether you want to step into that world or not is fine. You can sit out and, take a day off and do what you want. But the system should be always working, I think, anyway.
I'm true on that too, because look at crypto. I mean, crypto runs 24/7.
Exactly. Have they turned the mining farms off? No.
No, I mean,
you can't buy Bitcoin on Thursday. Imagine that.
Michael Saylor might be mad about that.
Michael Saylor. Yeah, he would have to approve it. Yeah,
he's
Michael
bought
Saylor.
$2 billion today. He's bought their $2 billion today.
And say again.
Michael Saylor just bought another $2 billion worth of Bitcoin today.
Again today, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know something? I bought too. I had some below my cost average, and I had some money sitting around. I just threw some more money at it, bring my average back down. I mean,
if you can bring your average down, I think I agree. I can't really bring my average down to the S&P because I bought it so long ago. It's always going to be higher than it is. But I mean, it's whether it's low enough to, because you're never going to bring that down again if you bought it a year ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago. It's just impossible, isn't it? But I mean, are you concerned? I was listening to Michael Saylor last night after the show. I watched a little bit of it. There's a new interview from Michael Saylor. And it concerns me that it's being very concentrated now, the amount of Bitcoin in a few places. You talk about things like J&J and Coca-Cola when there's 77% institutions, Bitcoin. I don't know what the number is, but I'm guessing it's way more. I'm just going to make this number up in my head. It's probably completely wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if 90% of Bitcoin is owned by a handful of people, handful of institutions.
Oh, they are. You got BlackRock. BlackRock's the biggest owner. You got MicroStrategy be second. Then Fidelity's the next. I think Vanguard's right behind them.
Yeah. Was it you who showed me the other day that video where someone said to Michael Saylor, was it you, that he knew who Satoshi was?
No, I didn't.
That wasn't you? Someone did on the show. We played it. It was like, really. He literally turned to Michael Saylor on stage and went, "I know who Satoshi is." And Michael Saylor was like, his eyes were like daggers coming out of his head. Like, what do you mean you know who he is? And that tells me everything I need to know about that. Because at some point, even if that's not even true, if someone's convincing enough to convince everyone they know who it is and he's about to sell, the first thing Michael Saylor's going to do is sell everything.
I heard it was Steve Jobs at one time.
Yeah.
It was him. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Well,
since that wallet had never been moved, hadn't been sold, just held there for the last. This Bitcoin been around for 15 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, that wallet been there for 15 years, just holding that Bitcoin.
What if I told you Satoshi Nakamoto is hiding in plain sight? It's me. I am it. There you go. No, you wouldn't believe me, would you? You wouldn't believe me. You think, oh my, there's no way it'd be you. That's the very reason why it could be. And there's not, and you can't possibly think 100%, 99.9999% of your mind says, you're talking rubbish, Martin. I know you're joking, but there's just this little tiny 0.00001% thinking, I wonder. He just knows a little bit more than he pretends. He's built this YouTube channel, and all behind it, he's the real Satoshi Nakamoto. You can't be completely sure, can you? Well, you probably can, but there's always that element. There's always that element, and that's what worries me. It worries me anyway. But anyway, the reason for you calling in is, that was interesting. You said there, the United States flag is only supposed to come down on the death of a president, and for 30 days. Other than that, it stays up. But obviously, people decide in between, up and down for whatever reason. We saw it come down when we had the hurricanes and we had people dying and all sorts of stuff with the tornadoes in Oklahoma, which is, I understand it, but we can't just keep going up and down every time there's a disaster. It's just up and down all the time. And now we're getting holidays. Didn't we add, is it Juneteenth got added a couple of years ago? Yeah. Juneteenth got added a couple of years ago, and people were up in arms about that. People that, like it, agree with it. People that don't. We'll just leave it like that. But there's always another one being added for somebody. I'm probably only sore because I haven't got my own day yet. When I get my own day, I'm probably going to agree to it and go, yep, it's a good idea. This is National Bank Holiday for me. Then it's a good idea. Then
we got too many. Actually, we got too many holidays.
Yeah, Monday to Friday, get on with it. Yeah,
well, these people, because the last 2 weeks of the December, nobody really works. People save their vacation off and be off.
Yeah. So this is what I mean. We only just got started again and we'll stop it again. That's what I mean. And the reason why I asked you to call in, not only because of the flag, being a military man, but also the army don't take days off, do you?
Oh, no.
You can't go on strike. You don't get a bank holiday. So I just think...
we did have PTO time, but we're going to take that when we're allowed to take it. I mean, you can't. I'm gonna take this time off. Oh, you can't because we got exercise to go do. You got to be here for that.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on then. So we'll just leave it like that. It's just all this is a chance to have a discussion. You don't have to agree. We can't fix it anyway. It's just a conversation. But what do you think about the market today then? So someone says to do the jobs report.
Buying day.
It's a great
day. Buying day. Yeah.
I
want to take down a little bit more because next week I have more money coming in on Friday night that I can reinvest for next week. Yeah. Since I get paid every Friday anyways, that's what good thing about my dividends. I get paid every Friday, every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just seen 10 grand go away in my portfolio today after it went up yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. I asked the question in the poll today, got 113 votes. And I just asked, have you actually made any real money today? 79% no. That's very interesting because, you'd think that somebody would say, yes, I'm making money. Go on. What are you going to say?
I had one stock that was up. That was TPL.
TPL?
Yes, that's the only one up. The rest are down.
I tell you what, I'm going to be able to, on Monday, we're bringing an oil and commodity expert, world exclusive for the members only, on the show. It's going to be a great interview. A very, very connected oil man. Knows his stuff. And he was telling me today, as we were talking about the interview, he said, we're going through a cycle and oil is going to be really up at the end of this year. And, of course, TPL will be one of those big beneficiaries. So, we called this when before it, rallied 100, 200%, whatever. Then it went all the way up. Now it's trimmed back because of all the concern of oil prices going down and what Trump's going to do. But it's going to cycle back round again. So as Stephen Lewandowski knows, he's an oil investor as well, right? But I think TPL is going to serve you well. You're buying it on these dips. So you're up today on it. I've not even looked at it today. Is it up today, is it?
Yeah, it's up. I buy every day on it. It's on recurring purchase, $5 a day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up 3.5%, 3.05% today.
All right. Let me read some comments. We got James said, Fight Channel. There you go. A bootlegger. Well, let's cancel work and school too then. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's not cancelled. No, it's just the stock market.
Well, Georgia, we might have to close schools and stuff because we have a major winter storm might be coming our way.
Oh, well, there you go.
We see on that on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We see we can get any snow down here in Georgia. But basically, we just get ice here.
Yeah. Okay. Bloody freezing here. Telling you that for nothing. Warrior Coat, you're right. It's not smart. Only way you made money on the crash is if you short selling, and it's risky and wait anyway. I'm not sure that last sentence, but yeah. I don't short stocks anyway. I just don't believe in it. Good evening. Because, I mean, for those of you that are new to the channel, who are just tuning in for the first time, let me tell you why I don't like shorting stocks. And don't get me wrong, people make money from shorting stocks all day long, every day. But if you look at the stock market, since the beginning of time, even if the business went sideways, the stock market goes up just because inflation, right? So the cost of shares just go up anyway, right? You might not necessarily get any real buying power improvement, but the stock market goes up, right? That's just a natural progression of things. So to bet on things going up is a virtual guarantee. Betting on things going down is against everything. It's like saying the sun's not going to come up tomorrow. Well, it might happen, but it's not likely, right? It's more likely to come up again tomorrow. And the point is, the very definition and very purpose of a business is people sit around working to build a business, right? Smart people, smarter than you, more hardworking than you, because they're the ones running the actual business. They know more about the business than you do because they run the thing, work for it, whereas you're just looking on your app on your phone, probably sat on the toilet, right? And they're building this business. They're hiring the best people. They're looking for the best people to work there. They're trying to innovate and borrow money to advance and progress and invest, whatever. So the very definition, the very nature of things is the chances are they're going to do well because most will do well. That's just obvious, the nature of it. No one tries to set up a business to destroy themselves. I mean, unless they're bonkers, of course. But most people, that's what they're trying to do. So to bet against something, yes, you can get it right. Some businesses fail. Of course they do, right? But it just seems to me a waste of time to get up in the morning trying to find what's going to be a disaster in life as opposed to what's working. Because most things are working, right? Just seems common sense. And not only is it more likely, everybody at the business you're shorting, trying to destroy it, is determined with far greater knowledge than you, far more resources than you, more money than you, is trying to build the thing. So it just seems the most stupidest thing in the world. People have often said we should, shorting should be illegal. And I wouldn't go that far because without all the ups and the downs of the market, it doesn't work. Even though today doesn't really make sense, it's an overreaction. The jobs report wasn't that bad. If the markets don't go down, people can't buy it back and go up again. Because if it only ever went up and then just went sideways, everything would be overpriced. Everything, if no one ever sold, if everyone was like me, I'm not selling a single share, it means the price keeps going up and up and up until someone does sell, and that's when the price is set at a higher level. We'd end up paying millions of times earnings, not 20 times earnings or 30 times, millions. And one day the bubble would burst and it would go whoomph straight back down again. The stock market would go back to where it was 1,000 years ago. That's not how it works. You have to have all this, to-ing and fro-ing. Hang on a minute. There's someone at the door. Leah, have you got that? Leah? Oh, you got it. Someone at the door. It's a real show, right? This is Truman Show. Go on, fight.
I do options, but I always do the long option for like 9 to a year out. I had 6 contracts on Hood. That was a year out. I cashed them all in beginning of this year. I made over $6,000 on options.
So I missed that last sentence. Say last sentence again.
I made over $6,000 on options that I sold out this year on, and I'm gonna use that money to buy more dividend investment where I could grow my money more.
Yeah, exactly. I just got a comment here of MSK. You were the one who literally said you made over 3,000 year to date the other day. Actually 4,000, 3,900. What is it today? What's my year to date now? Bloody hell, nowhere near. Look at this. My year to date has gone from 3,900 to 585. I'm still up on the year. I'm up 0.59. Well, that's okay. Remember, it's only 5 trading days. it doesn't matter. I haven't bought any more in that time, but I am just 2 weeks away now from paying down a big chunk of my margin. What was your comment? You were the one who literally said you were up $3,000 year to date the other day, which is why I made a point of saying I am up over 50,000 and saying I made over. Oh, exactly. What you made and what you're up by is completely different. I totally agree. You're absolutely right there. Of course, I was up, but I didn't make that much money. But the point is, that money is safe in the bank because I know it's going to be up again. So yes, it's gone back down again, but the longer this goes on, I reach my next payday, I pay down more, maybe I'll even buy some more. So it doesn't matter where I am today, it's where I am in 20 years when I need it. So you're absolutely right. Being up is not what you've made. However, it's safe, it's in the bank. I've just got to leave it there and let it come back again. That's all it is. It's a bit like, I talk about the planting the trees and letting the seeds grow and turn to trees. This is like being in the winter time and all the leaves have fallen off. But then in the spring's tomorrow and then they bud up again and out come the flowers again. Doesn't matter. My tree is still there. My tree is still there. I've just lost the leaves. That's all. It's winter time.
Well, the stock market's starting to go up a little bit after market here.
Oh, the bell's gone. I missed that. That's your fault. There you go. Sorry about that. That blatant fight today. It's fight's fault. If done that with every president, we'd be on holiday a lot. Yeah, I'd agree. But remember, presidents aren't dying every day, though. Oh, hello. For some reason, my light changed. Let me put that back again. There you go. There we go. At the end of the day, presidents aren't dying every day, but, why creating FOMO? I have no idea what that means. I don't understand the comment. That's from Henry Room. Doesn't make any sense. There's no FOMO here. Anyway,
yeah,
I'm 40.
Wait a minute. Well, we are calling it FOMO because it's going down. You can buy more when it goes down. It's different buying when it goes down.
Yeah.
Making FOMO than comparative buying when it goes up, people.
Yeah, I didn't know you could have FOMO going down, but we'll go with that. I am 42% up today, a jump from 30% in one day. So yeah, I did make some money today. I would imagine that's on a single stock though, not if you're on that can't be your overall portfolio unless you only own one stock and you've owned something today that's short squeezed or whatever. Yes, I'm here, said Classic Carnut. The guy is here. Glad it went well. Yes, indeed. Let's have a little look. Fight says, who cares about oil stocks? Oil stocks are rubbish anyway. There you go. I welcome him in, Joseph. Oil man, good. Classic Carnut, thank you very much. And you're going to love it. This isn't just any oil man, by the way. This is a very, very connected oil man that might be doing regular shows on the channel. So anyway, over 70% of the companies on the S&P 500 are underperforming. That is correct. However, KAPS, 75% of the S&P 500 beat on earnings. So it's not the company isn't performing, it's the stock price isn't performing. There's a difference between the company not performing and the stock price not performing. Remember, a business can do really well and no one's buying the stock. It just gets undervalued. So there's a big difference there. Anyway, let's have a look. I bet Ed Nevius is up today. Probably. Friendly reminder to hit that like button. Jocelyn, thank you very much indeed. Chris, I bought more Mobix on the dip and a new entry into NEO. Congratulations to you. I wouldn't buy NEO. That's not for me. I don't like Chinese stocks. I refinanced my home and bought Coca-Cola. George the Jungle. I hope that's not true, but you'll probably be all right, but I hope you haven't done that. Yeah, that's money, dude. Warrior Coke. That's is going crazy, up 311%. Coca-Cola, I'm holding until it reaches 70 plus. Congratulations to you. I hope you can do that. Bought 980 shares of Coca-Cola today as it dropped. Woo. Probably buy more if it keeps dropping. Very nice indeed. Part of me wants to do that on my brokerage account, but the moment I do that, the direction of my show changes and I start pumping my own stock, and it's not what I do. And You know, I hold Coca-Cola and ready to buy more if it dips to 56. Remember, I can't buy any more Coke now until what date fight?
What, decoration date?
No, what's the day I can buy more Coca-Cola?
Next year?
Correct. January the 1st, 2026, when I next get another allocation to my Roth. Yeah, it's maxed out again. It's all done. I like Martyn's take on life when he's sleep deprived. It's a real show today, I guess. My neighbours across the street cuts his grass and blows with a 2-stroke gas load blower. Blows all the grass, cuts the road up for half an hour. Yes, very loud. Yelled at him a few times and called it. Yes, exactly. Glenn Frey, I absolutely agree. It's ridiculous. People with these giant bloody blowers blowing all over the place. Well, to be fair, if the king died, there would be a closure of the London Stock Exchange. If the king died, I can't say. They're probably. I actually don't know what happened when the Queen died. There was a state funeral and a state mourning. I'm not so sure about the stock market though. I don't know. I can't honestly say. Imagine we had 9 prime ministers in the last 9 years. That would be 9 bank holidays. Oh yeah, in England we've had loads of prime ministers recently. Oh yeah, there was what was her bloody name? That lady who was the prime minister for like about 2 weeks. Oh, she was awful. Worst prime minister ever. But she still receives a prime minister's pension. She was prime minister for like 18 days or something. Yeah, absolutely terrible. Worst woman, worst ever.
Great way to use taxpayer money. Just
terrible.
And get paid for the rest of your life.
Yeah, no one in Britain agrees with it other than she does. Yeah, that was terrible. She should never have taken it. But if you're going to get given it, you're going to go, well, I'll have it. Carter was one of the most respected presidents in American history, said Cedar Trees. What he did for humanity after leaving as president should be copied by all ex-presidents. Very nice indeed. And again, we're not saying, the president wasn't loved and respected and blah, blah, blah. We're talking completely separately about the stock market. Remember, no one really works there. A handful of people work there. We're talking about the system itself being able to trade. The economy of the United States is shut down. That's what we're saying.
Actually, Jimmy Carter's body is being flown right now to the state capitol.
Yeah.
Up to Washington, D.C. He just left Carter Center here about an hour ago.
Oh, of course. It's from your state, isn't it? Georgia. Mm-hmm. Of course. You're right there on the ground. Yeah.
Forgot to mention I go through his that county every time I go down to Florida. That way, you go right through Plains, Georgia, where he's going to be buried at too, actually.
Yeah. I want to mention Sensei is just in the chat and martynlucas.com/shop. Someone messaged me today to tell me that they got themselves our NVIDIA mug. So Sensei, how's the NVIDIA mugs going? He just said it ends. When does it end? End tonight or something? This is the NVIDIA mug.
It should end tonight because it's only for 24 hours.
24 hours, yeah. There it is. There it is. This is the NVIDIA mug. I believe someone bought one today. They messaged me on Discord and said, I've just bought the NVIDIA mug. I thought it was very, very cool. So there it is. martynlucas.com/shop. You can go to and there is the 24 hours available. So anyway, it says 10 available. I think that needs to be updated, Sensei. I'm pretty sure that it's less than that. Anyway, let me know. See, definitely not shut down for Keir Starmer. See, look, this is it. You see, you can't get who you like. Well, I like President Carter, so we'll shut it down for that. But I don't like I don't like this president. It doesn't work that way. It shouldn't be that way, should it? It shouldn't be that way. Which one you like determines whether we shut the system down or not. It should simply be, this is what we do or we don't. I just think, can't sort of pick and choose. So what if when Donald Trump dies, do we get one for him or I didn't like him as much or I liked him more? We'll have a week off. I mean, shouldn't it just be a set rule? I would have thought that would be a better way of going. When the stock market closes, that's why we have crypto. Crypto trades 7 days a week, 365 days, whatever the event. I agree. James, I agree. And I think the stock market should be the same. This is what a lot of people are saying right now. Let's have a look. Get to the chopper, says MSK. Yes, Iberian. Let's have a look. When former president, here we go, from Cedar Trees. When former President George H.W. Bush is eulogized today at the National Cathedral in Washington, Wall Street will take a break. The New York Stock Exchange announced that it would cease. When was this? When former President George H.W. Bush is eulogized today. Is that happening today?
No, he passed away a long time ago.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's the first.
Oh, hang on. Maybe he's copied a statement.
And he probably is.
Yeah, he's copied it. So when former President George is eulogized today, okay, it's probably a news item. The National Cathedral in Washington, Wall Street will take a break. The New York Stock Exchange announced that. Okay, so it does appear when George W. Bush was eulogized, then the stock market closed for him. There we go. Thank you very much, Cedar Trees. I think the idea is to give folks an opportunity to watch the funeral. You can watch the funeral whether the stock market's trading or not, can't you?
Technically, it's not a funeral because he's doing his privately. Okay, the bodies arrived today. As the body arrived, get into a state capitol for a day and a half. Public could come by, view the casket, walk through. Then at a certain time on Thursday, they'll have their state funeral at the cathedral. After that's over with, he goes back in the hearse, back on USA Force One, back here to Plains to have the funeral down here in Plains, Georgia.
Yeah.
Each president decide how they're going to do their funeral ahead of time. It's not done by country.
Yeah, that's true. I remember watching the documentary of when the Queen died. It was planned out years ahead. Incredible, really. But Vanessa, I'm not sure I agree. You say, I think the idea is to give folks an opportunity to watch the funeral. I can watch the funeral whether the stock market is open or not. I mean, obviously, if I'm doing a show like this, well, I can't do both. But then having said that, I would cover the funeral anyway on the show. People who are investing can, you set your buy orders, your limit orders. You can still watch a funeral. I mean, I'm doing the show while trading. There you go. See, Vanessa, I've beaten your argument there. Look, I'm trading while talking to you. I can do it.
Well, actually, today's a funeral because stock market's red.
According to the VA publication, there are a few other reasons for half staff, mainly memorial type events. Thank you, Traw. According to the VA publication,
your veteran. It'd be Veteran Day, Memorial Day, or the other 2 days with like a half mass all day.
There you go. Thank you for that. Crypto is 24/7. Yes, in fact, the tradition of shutting down the market to mourn the passing of a president or a British monarch dates back more than 100 years, more than a century. Great. It was closed for George. It was closed for George.
George Bush.
You mean George Bush, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. In 1985, the stock exchange closed for a day for the funeral of former President Ulysses S. Grant. There you go. Cedar Trees is doing some research for us. The stock market also closed for a day for the funeral of other dignitaries, including Queen Victoria, former President John F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. There you go. When the Queen died, they shut everything, even my friend's urgent surgery. When the Queen died, they shut everything, even when my friend's, my friend's urgent surgery. Was that surgery for humans or? That sounds silly, like there's aliens. But now, hang on, fight before you laugh. It could be animals. See, hang on. I know when I said humans, you'd go, what? Well, what is that? Aliens, right? There could be animals. Could be a vet, right?
So, well, some human people do think they are a dog or a cat.
Don't even start. We've had that debate. It's got to be at least a year before we do that again. After famed financier J.P. Morgan died, the stock exchange shut down for 2 hours from 10 a.m. till from 10 a.m. noon on April 14th, 9:13 for 2 hours. JP Morgan got 2 hours. Imagine that. That's a bit of slap in the face. That's worse than not doing it at all, isn't it? Everyone gets the stock market shut. JP Morgan, he got 2 hours. Then we reopened it.
Who was JP Morgan? What did he do?
You know who JP Morgan is. You've heard of the bank JP Morgan, right? Anyway, yeah, I really doubt I can bring XRP average down. In fact, I reckon you can, MSK. You can do anything, mate. You went to Cambridge University and you're rich. Yeah, you're rich and Cambridge. You can bring it down. Go for it, mate. Will the real Satoshi please stand up? I keep telling people, but no one's listening. One day they're going to go, he told us for years, and we thought, he's an idiot. He just jokes around. He larks around in his studio. Oh, my God, what a front. He was the real man. I knew there was something more to him. I knew there was something about that Martyn Lucas. MSK, get to the kettle. I like it. As John McAfee said, if it is and always has been David Schwartz, a.k.a. Satoshi, has patents in the 80s. I don't know who that is, I've got to be honest. Top 5 Bitcoin holders: Satoshi Nakamoto, BlackRock, Binance, MicroStrategy, and Grayscale Bitcoin. That's on my beat. I love all this research being done today. Not everyone gets Monday to Friday off. And if you work in retail like Home Depot full time, you really don't get holidays because they want you for the day. So you work 5 days that week. Thank you, Vanessa. Good oil up, yes. Pays to be patient oil, yes. You're going to be rewarded according to our star guest. Please sign in. I know, Vanessa, I missed the bell. Well said. Patiently awaiting wins. Time is our amigo, said GB or original Nvidian. That was my overall portfolio, Martin. 42% up across 17 stocks. Thanks. Wow, congratulations. Well done to you, K-Apps. I'm impressed. Can we get a barrel of oil, make my travel to work a bit cheaper? Chris Richards, Liz Truss. That was it. Liz Truss, the worst British Prime Minister in history, bar none. I think she was president for like 2 weeks, and now she takes a pension. Yeah, who's ever heard of it? Anyway, not Theresa May. It was Liz Truss. Liz Truss, or the lettuce. Yes, the lettuce. Yes, we all know about that. The market is already accepted this coin. It keeps going up. Yes, I'm not going to promote a crypto coin for you. Did you buy more Coca-Cola in your ISA? Will you show what is in your ISA on stream? Of course I will. Lest in win. Here is my Roth IRA. As you just heard from Fight Channel, I can't buy any more Coca-Cola because I'm maxed out. Look, that's my IRA maxed out. What that means is I can't add any more money. 22 was maxed out. 23 was maxed out. Can you see that there? Look, 24 was maxed out. 25 was maxed out. I can't put any more money in. And all the money I've got is already in Coca-Cola. And I'm 7.5% down despite, I would have been down over 11%, but I added another 8 grand and brought it down. So my average is brought down from what it was, but it's still falling. It's still dipping. The only way for me to be able to buy more would be to buy it on my brokerage account, and that goes against the principles of what the show is. All right, so there you go. I can't, unfortunately. I bought the AI mug. There you go. I knew somebody did. Thank you, DJ Hayes. Proud member and Carter voter. Thank you very much indeed. Carlos just bought the mug. Lest in win. There we got another one. I'd be more enthusiastic trading while the funeral is on. I'd be more enthusiastic trading while the funeral was on. I'm not quite getting that, but there you go. Thank you for your purchase. Yes, only 10 available for 24 hours. This will end very soon. Last chance. If you like AI, this is the mug for you. There are markets other than the US, said Jason Fallon. You're absolutely right, Jason. But no one cares about what goes on in Australia where you live, mate. Sorry about that. They just care about Apple and Nvidia. Anyway.
But technically, you can buy more Coke when you get dividends. Technically, if it's still down.
Yes. That is true. On, I think it's in March. In March, I will get, as you worked out, $299. It might be more if the dividend's gone up, which it will go up. It always goes up. So I'm guessing $320, right? So you're damn right. In March, I will buy another $300 worth of. But when you got 34,000. And then you add 300, it's not going to bring the average down by more than a penny, is it? You're not hardly going to tell the difference.
But you buy it at what price it is. When it goes back up where you bought it at, you making more money.
Yes, but as I discovered a couple of days ago, there's not lot selling on the Roth.
I know. I don't have lot selling yet on my.
I know you
brokerage.
don't have it at all yet, but it's not on the Roth at all, which is a real shame because, well, obviously you can work out why. I could sell, get a little bit of money, then buy some more, get a little bit of money, buy some more. But otherwise, if I did that now, I'd just be selling the ones I bought first for a loss, thinking I'm making money, and I'm actually not. Oh, by the way, there was somebody who messaged me the other day. I think it was, he's always posting on Discord about his trades. And, here he is. It's Rick McGrath. You might have all seen him on Discord. He's posting every day all his trades. And he messaged me the other day because I pay close attention to that. And he messaged me the other day, and I actually pointed out that some of his trades, he may have been losing money because he's doing exactly what I did when I first started trading. He's buying this one, selling this one, thinking he's winning. He's actually selling the stocks he bought first. And actually, he looks like he's winning every time, but actually he's been losing more than he's been winning. But anyway, that's another story. Make sure that you're not doing that. Post the picture of the mug when it arrives so you can add it to the exclusive Discord channel. Yes, thank you very much indeed. Said Sensei. Carter allowed his son to smoke weed in the Oval Office with Bob Dylan. Don't know anything about that. Andrew Tate.
I don't think none of Carter's sons was with him when he was out. I only think it was only his daughter that was 9 years old was in I think his sons were a little bit older than that. They didn't go in.
I don't know.
I know his daughter was there.
Don't know.
Because she was only 9 at the time.
Andrew Tate started his own political channel, part in the UK, now just confirmed, and is wanting donations from Elon Musk. Oh dear, oh dear.
I need donation from Elon Musk. I need to buy some more stocks to make more dividends.
Yes. David Schwartz is the chief technical officer at Ripple, Martyn Lucas. Oh, I'm out of context now. Someone mentioned that name earlier. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure where we are now. Look at your MSK. You know everything now. I love it. Sensei Crypto. I do my research, as you know. Bar Humbug, Mike. I've got to the bottom of the list. Brilliant. Does that the two big pause? Does that mean when that guy was selling at a loss, the exchange is making us use of arbitrage? Not sure what that means. I'm just going to make the point that whenever you trade, the brokerage always wins. It's like I say, own the casino, don't play the casino. Whether you make money, whether you lose money, the brokerage always makes. Robinhood always makes money, whatever you do. Micro trades, because of the wholesale selling, pay to order flow, they always make money. And other brokerages that charge to trade, they make money. Just because you lose or win, they don't care. All right, it's just like me now with margin. Right? Every month I pay interest to Robinhood. That's profit for them. They're making more than it cost them to lend it out to me. The brokerage, the house, the casino never, ever, ever loses. It makes money on every single thing it does. Okay, let me read this one. Meet Kevin would donate to Andrew Tate. I had no idea. My old school friend in England had cancer surgery postponed due to not essential, due to the Queen mourning week. I thought that wasn't right. Well, there you go. There's the real human element. There's the real human, what's the word I'm looking for? Human circumstance there. Namisha says, my old school friend in England had cancer surgery postponed due to it being non-essential. Well, it was essential to them, wasn't it? your friend, due to the Queen mourning week. I thought that wasn't right. I agree with you. It's a very tough decision, and I agree. And I will tell you something, shall I, about the royal family on that exact same principle. Myself, I was once arrested by the police, secret police, held in a police van while King Charles, who was then Prince Charles at the time, was passing by my local train station. I turned up to my local train station on my motorbike. I had a black Honda, a Honda H100. All right, and I was in a black suit, black helmet, whatever, and I looked very dangerous. Obviously, I looked very dangerous. Okay, and I'm there at the police station, and I'm getting off a motorbike, and I'm walking towards the train platform. Minutes before Prince Charles was coming through the station. He wasn't stopping, he was just coming through the police station. As I walked up to the station, a police officer grabbed my arm and said, "Sir, you can't go there." Right? I said, "Why?" I'm a bit of a bugger like that. If someone tells me I can't do something, I ask the question, why? I was always asking questions at school. Why? I was that annoying kid in the school. I said, I'm just about to catch my train to Exeter University. I go every week to do electronics. It was one of my jobs I was doing at the time. And he said, well, you can't go there today. Anyway, so I got a bit upset. I said, well, tell me why. I mean, I come here every week and I get on the train. You can't. I said, well, you're not giving me a reason. You have to give me a reason. I don't like it when a policeman says stuff like that. So he wouldn't give me a reason. So he said, "Sir, I think you're getting a little bit excited. I need you to stay behind the barrier. You need to hear." I said, "Well, you're not telling me why. I'm not doing anything wrong." I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. What was I doing wrong? Walking towards a train to get on a train I did every week. And he said, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm going to detain you." So I was put in the back of a van. I kid you not. I was told to sit in the back of a van. Well, I wasn't handcuffed, nothing like that, but I was told to sit in the back of a van. Anyway, at the end of it, about 20 minutes later, police officer opened the back door, let me get. I said, "What was all that about?" I said, "Right, why am I being inside in here?" He said, "Prince Charles has just passed through the train station, and for security reasons, you wasn't allowed to go towards the train." Oh, okay. And then I got on the next train, and off I went to university. A very, very strange day that was for me. Anyway, thought that was.
They just tell you up front. I mean, really.
I guess they probably couldn't, because that's part of the security, right? I mean, until he'd passed, it was a bit of a secret. I mean, it wasn't a secret, but maybe there was some security threat, and I'm on a motorbike and I could be that threat. I don't know, but I wasn't being rude. I didn't swear or get aggressive. I was just like, I'm frustrated, and that's why they just asked me to sit in the back of the van. They didn't handcuff me. They didn't throw me in jail. I didn't have a criminal record. There was nothing bad happened. I was just told to sit in the van. I'm sure if I had got aggressive and started a fight, then I would have probably got arrested and spend the rest of my life in jail. But I didn't do that, so it was fine. But it was annoying though. But anyway, there's my royal story. The day I nearly saw Prince Charles go vroom in a train and spent it in the back of a van, like a bit of a terrorist. Anyway, Martyn arrested. Yeah, should probably not have said that on the show, really. When he was selling into another stock, thinking he was winning, where it was right. Let me explain what I mean by that. Big pause. So if you buy on Robinhood and you're not using lot selling, you're just buying, selling, selling. Every brokerage is different, but they're basically on the same principle. It's called the FIFO rule, first in, first out. So what you bought first is the stock that you sell first. They're all little lots, all listed in your history. Whether you bought 1, 10, 20, 1, whatever. They're all individual packages of little orders that you placed. And when you buy a stock, then you buy some more, then you buy some more. You build up all this stack of little lots. And then when you go and sell, you sell the ones that you bought first. Well, if you've forgotten or haven't looked or don't care, and you just go, well, I'm up today because I bought some shares yesterday, so I must be up today because the stock's gone up 5%. but overall the stock is down 30% from the ones you bought originally 6 months ago. You just sold stocks for a loss. So actually got less money. Now people go, and I think I even mentioned to Rick about it, and he went, oh, that's okay, I can just put it as a tax loss. Well, no, because you thought you were winning. If you're doing that all the time thinking you're winning, it's okay, I can put it as a tax loss. You're going to end up with no money eventually, because either, one, you didn't need a tax loss because you wasn't paying any tax, so you've just got a tax loss for no reason, or you thought you were winning and you wasn't, so all you're doing is getting less value, your portfolio is getting smaller and smaller. Even if you thought you were making money, it's getting smaller and smaller. And the idea is to accumulate. This whole business is not about profit today. It's about accumulating more and more shares. You can see Fight nodding at that. All the time, it's, am I richer today because my portfolio is up 5%? Is that important? Or am I richer today because I've gone from 1 share of Coca-Cola to 1,000 shares of Coca-Cola? That's what's important, not whether my price is up today or down today. That's very short-sighted. That's not really understanding what this game's about. The game is about you've been able to acquire more stock. And if you're selling for losses, even if you thought you were up and then you're telling yourself how great you were, actually, you've got less and less and less shares all the time. Forget the value. Forget your stock has rallied 50% today. If you've only got 1 share and you used to have 10, you've still got less, haven't you? What's important is how many shares you've got. And I'm trying to accumulate more and more shares. So you end up with the problem that Warren Buffett gets when they say to him, how does it feel to be down millions of dollars in a day? That's because he owns a ton of stock. And that's what you want. You want a ton of stock. That then makes life-changing, money. So be very careful you're doing that. So to answer your question, when he was selling into another stock, thinking he was winning, whereas it was the exchange. I'm not sure that your last sentence, but essentially, even if he's losing or winning, the brokerage always wins. The brokerage doesn't care. If you want to sell for losses, you fill your boots. They don't care. Doesn't matter to them. Martyn arrested. Good God, yeah. Quit. Quiet, cancel Martyn. He has been arrested. He's a dangerous man. Are you going to be covering Tilray earnings, Alan? Yes, I am. One of our members the other day did a $5 super chat and has booked it in. Yes, January the 9th, we'll be covering it. Yes.
Actually, it's the 10th because it got moved from the 9th.
Correct. I'm looking at the 9th, which is where it's written down, but you're absolutely right. It's the 10th, and I'm going to change that. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah. Yes, I'll be covering
Tilray changed it because of Jimmy Carter.
Oh, of course, because the 9th would have been Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be interesting. On a Friday, sell-off Friday with a stock like that. Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Is that before market or after market?
Yeah, that makes a big difference. That makes a really big difference. Let's have a look. Pre-market.
A pre-market? Ooh, they have a bad. Ooh, that could.
It could be quite a day.
Big time.
Could be quite a day for Tilray.
I think that could be under $100 if they have a bad earning. What
do you mean under 100? It's Tilray's
their share price. Yeah,
it's $1.44.
Yeah, but it could go below 100 at the earnings.
You mean below $1?
Yeah, $1.
You said 100.
Oh, it's supposed to be $1.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, it could. Yes, it could.
Whole day of training and bad reports.
Yes, yes. And then a whole host of pain comes raining down on Tilray. So anyway, let's have a look. E-Trade has lot selling, which makes it easy. Yes, they do. Robinhood does on your brokerage, but not on your IRA. Bet the UK Secret Service till date sweat over the sight of watching you get offshore. They do. I tell you what, James Bond rang me up a few months later. Daniel Craig, they've all rung me up. Roger Moore, Sean Connery, they've all rung me up and gone, I tell you what, Martyn, I bet you were scary getting off that Honda H100. 100cc bike, by the way. When you're 17, that's a big bike, that is. I'll tell you that. Don't you poo-poo my 108 or whatever. It's very important. The Lucasator. Yes, I was a very scary young man, I can tell you. What a bloke that police officer was, eh? What a bloke. Martyn, please can we have a vote? Have you been arrested? Answer yes or no. We're not going to do that vote. It doesn't serve any purpose, James. We're not doing it. When I was a kid, I used to ride a Honda XR75 dirt bike. Age 13. There you go. You know what I'm talking about then. The police used to drag you out of your car if they smelled what? And beat on you, truth, when I was growing up. What? The police used to drag you out of your car weed. I was reading the word we, going, The wacky weed. Did you have some sort of incontinence problem when you were a teenager and they were, what? Weed. Okay, well, that makes sense. Because you're not supposed to be taking drugs while you're driving your car. So I'm not surprised, really. I'll give them that. I'll tell you what. It's a bit different in England. In America, they can ask you to step out of your car, can't they? Oi, would you get out of your car? In England, they can't do that. You have to have a reason. You have to have a reason. They can't just search you just because they want to.
Technically, in the United States, they supposed to have a reason to. You don't have to get out of your car. You must ask them for a reason. Is this a criminal or not?
Oh.
Yeah. If you step out of your car, make sure you shut your doors and roll your windows up where they can't look in that good.
Always a bit scary, isn't it? I'm not invested into that sector. I don't like reading the words out because of my channel. I'm invested in the MJ sector. Thank you, Shida Trees. Yes, Crag. What we experience is legalized theft. Hello, everyone. I can't comment on that. Jeff Pereira. How many days was Timothy Dalton shadowing you for his Bond role at Ages? They were really looking at me thinking Martyn should be in the movies. Right, we've come to the end of the show. I've got for every single question. Don't talk to your police without your lawyer. I don't know. Listen, folks, I'm all right. I got through it. I'm still here. I survived. Right. I honest with you, I wasn't going to do the show so much this afternoon. I literally fell asleep watching Christopher Walken, like a proper old man, sat in my chair, falling asleep. I'm very, very tired. It was a long day yesterday. I want to offer the biggest thanks to obviously everybody who tuned in. We were 15 hours yesterday, but the biggest thanks to Leah. Biggest thanks to Leah. If it wasn't for Leah's support, it wouldn't have been here. I've just got to tell you, folks, how much this impacts Leah's life. This studio, there's monitors, speakers. She can hear every word of this, and she hears this all day, every day while she's trying to work. And when she finishes work, she wants to relax. And last night, she had me go until 11 o'clock in the evening. She wasn't best pleased with me, but she loves me anyway. So we're all good. All right. But anyway, there you go. So big thanks to Leah. Shall we leave it like that, Fight? We'll leave it like that.
Yeah, leave it like that, yeah.
Leave it like that. All right. Okay. That's it, folks. So, in between the shows today, I did put out some extra videos you may have not seen. I want to just remind you of some things you might want to go and check out. Uber. Last night we learned about the Uber with NVIDIA. Really important story. It's a good story. Doesn't matter today to me that NVIDIA is down. It's a good business, a good story. Check this one out. This one here was the target for NVIDIA and the target for SoundHound. Did you all see this video? Did you see this one, Fight? You seen that one? The oopsie doopsie? Have you all seen the oopsie doopsie? Because you can't swear on YouTube. Well, you can, but I choose not to. F.U, oops. Go and check it out. I thought that was quite funny. I quite like making that video. If you've not yet seen it, go and check it out. You might find it entertaining. 2 minutes of Jensen, all the highlights, all put into one video. I think it was Namisha Namisha commented and she said, thank you very much for doing that. I didn't realize this until recently, but I've had a number of people say to me, Fight, that thank you for putting these into videos or breaking them down, because obviously everyone's got different lifestyles, different time zones, jobs, commitment. They can't all sit here all day watching everything I'm doing. And by breaking them down, they can go and find the bits they want and, whatever. And Namisha said to me today, I really appreciated that because I didn't get a chance to pick all those bits up when I watched it because, I'm in and out of the house doing whatever. It's on for like 3 hours. And I really appreciated that. So there you go. Anyway, that's it,
actually,
folks.
This is how I was watching your show last night. It was like this, on the couch, watching my wrestling. Yep. I was watching wrestling while listening to the interview.
Fantastic. I love it. It's amazing how everybody watches it and all the rest of it. I napped yesterday, Stephen. Yes, I'm going to finish off now and actually just have another nap again. I'm tired. Yesterday was a very long day. So anyway, go and check all that out. The big announcements this week are we're back again tomorrow. Normal show tomorrow. No show on Thursday because of President Carter. We're back on Friday for the opening bell, followed by... We're opening bell before that, Tilray earnings. So it'll be a Tilray special if that proves to be volatile, which it will be after the earnings into the opening bell. Then the closing bell. The Friday phone in, of course.
Friday phone in.
The Friday phone in.
I might be here Friday phone in or not. I got a doctor appointment at 8 p.m.
All right.
Might make it, might not.
Well, tell the doctor you got a phone in. He can wait. All right.
They're only doing my EKG. It probably won't take maybe 15 minutes.
We can wait. Yeah, we can wait. Don't worry. We'll sit and wait for you to do that. Do your EKG. We'll sit and we'll just wait, and then we'll bring.
That's if we don't have a ice storm here first. If we got ice storm, nobody's going nowhere.
No one's going nowhere.
Nobody can drive on ice here in Georgia.
No one does that. All right, that's Friday. Then we got the concert in the evening, and then of course on Monday we've got a special members only. If you're into oil, commodities, not just oil, commodities, wheat, all of that good stuff. On Monday we got an expert, a really great guy who's now a member of the channel. It's called Joseph. I want to thank Classic Carnut, who's called Eric. Because when I said to him, I said, a guy called Classic Carnut put me in touch with you because I don't call anyone. I said, he contacted you and then you called me. I said, he said, I don't know who that is. I said, well, whoever it was who messaged you is called Classic Carnut. He said, oh, I think he's called Eric. I said, yeah, that's the name you know him by. I know him by Classic Carnut. Anyway, so thanks to Eric, Classic Carnut. We've got a great interview on Monday. And then we're off and running. We've got earnings season kicking off. If you want to book an earnings, if you are a member of the channel and you do a super chat, these are the earnings that you can choose from. So on Friday, you can have Walgreens, you can have Delta Airlines, Tilray, Constellation Brands. There are more. They're just the ones I'm featuring. On Monday, we start to bring it all in, okay? We've got AEHR After Hours, Applied Digital on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, it starts picking up. We've got the banks. We've got Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock. And then on Thursday, it starts getting interesting. We have Taiwan Semiconductor, UNH, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, and then a bit on Friday, not too much. But next week, the week after, we are fully into earnings season. We've got the FOMC report coming up with Jerome Powell, and then we get really busy. Super Microcomputer on Tuesday the 21st. We've got Netflix, always an interesting one, that one. SAP, Quantum, QMCO. Then we go into GEV. What else is what you might be interested in? Next Era Energy, that's an interesting one. Visa, Intel, any of these that you can book, Western Digital, any of these if you're interested in. And of course we'll end up in about 4 weeks from now with the finale, which is always Nvidia earnings, and I'm looking forward to that one. We had 34,000 people tune in to the last time we covered the earnings. Last night wasn't quite as many as I'd hoped for. I was hoping for 100,000. We ended up with 15,500 in the end. Wasn't too bad, but I actually noticed that it was only news channels who were covering it, not regular YouTube channels, because of the copyright coverage. It was very difficult for me to dance in and out of it to avoid copyright last night. It was a bit difficult, but I got away with it, which is great. But it was being covered by Nvidia. It was being covered by CES, their own channel, and then all the media channels. Now, how the media channels cover it, and I mean things like Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, because they have probably authorization from Nvidia to show everything without doing what I was doing, to try to mute it and hide it and God knows what else. That's why it was all media. I didn't see any normal YouTube channel like mine covering it. So there you go. Anyway, I thought we did quite well. That's it. I think we're all done. I think we got through everyone. Yep. Thank you, Fight, for tuning in this afternoon. Appreciate you, mate.
No problem. Yep, I gotta go work now.
Off to work. Be safe in the cold, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow, mate. Take care.
All right.
Cheers. There you go. Fight Channel calling in today. Appreciate it a lot. Right, that's it from me. Let's wrap up the show. We'll do Day Trader of the Day, shall we? Let's clear the boards. It's a down day for everybody. Here we go. Down 2.35%. Down 2.35%. Let's see where everybody is. Did everybody tap the like button? All that good stuff. Let's no. Oh, no. Yes, you have. Yes, I looked at it and thought no one's liked it. Yes, you have. 55 have liked. Bit of a quiet show. Let's do Day Trader of the Day. I'm down 2.35. Let's roll the credits. Let's see what's going on. Here we go. Roll the credits. Put your scores on the door. These are our stars of our show today. Shooby doop 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 doop. Wow. New subscribers: Captainer, Parker, Bursa, Mark, Richard, and Addy. New members: Joseph Shashter. He is on the show on Monday, our oil expert. You're going to love that. A members only event. Look forward to that. There are our stars of our show today. All right, let's see who wins today, shall we? P. Diddy was into oil. I'm not sure I know much about that. I think there's a joke there somewhere. I'm not sure. Down 0.3, down 3.6, down 9%, down 4.2. I made 800 on funded account on NAS 100 shorts. Whoosh. Down 4.2, down 2.5, down 8. Okay, I presume that's 8%. Down 4%. So I'm only down 2.35. Actually, I'm down less. And remember, I'm not down that much. It's amplified down as it is amplified up because of margin. So actually, I'm not down as much as you think I am. So anyway, maybe I'm going to win this. Ed Nevius, 5.9. Oh, here he is. The man, the legend, up 5.9. That must be a win today. Ed Nevius, our scout trader. Thank you very much indeed for your honest trades. Give him a thumbs up. Absolutely awesome. Can you believe it? Ed Nevius, well done indeed. Very good today. That's it from me. Congratulations, Ed. Down 20 grand, says MS. Good for the day. All right, brilliant. Bloody marvellous. That's it from me. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you all back tomorrow morning. We do it all over again. It's what it's all about. It will soon be 4 years we've been here. A little way to go. A few more months to go. But we're just over 3.5 years now. That's it from me. Thank you ever so much indeed. I'm not going to send you to the extra channel just because I'm lazy. I can't be bothered. Quite frankly, I've had enough. I'm tired. My final thoughts for the day. Namisha, thank you, Martin. It was you I was talking about a minute ago, wasn't it? You said thanks for doing the little videos. If you could, if you fancy it, go and check out my oopsie doopsie video. Do you want the link for it? Here it is. Share. This is all the funny parts of Jensen Huang. Okay. Oops. Nvidia. There you go. I've pinned it to the top. Go and check that out. Oops, Nvidia. After this, go and do that. Let me end. Have you actually made any money today? No. There you go. No one's made any money. 80% haven't. That's it from me. Thank you ever so much indeed. I'll see you all back in the morning. I'm now going to go and just rest and sleep and basically do nothing. I'm tired, if I'm honest. Thanks for everything, Martyn, again. You're welcome, mate. 3 on Mike's badge. Yes, Mike has a 3-year badge, which I'm going to have to change because it was supposed to be a trophy, and I don't know why it's come out like a 3. But I'm going to do something. Mike has a 3-year badge. He's very, very important. All right. That's it from me. Thank you, folks. Have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves and each other.